USB. Hey, everybody. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, all. This is Shelley Winter. I normally air Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Please check my show out when you can. I'm in for Mark just today. Mark will be back in 2026. You can follow me on social media at Shelley Winter, on Facebook especially, Shelley Winter, SHELLEY, You can watch the live feed at WSBradio.com. We've got some... a bunch of things going on. This is going to be a great show. I do want to say at the outset, first of all, thank you to executive producer, the best in the business, Deborah Green, Longoria, and my cousin Vinny. But I want to say this at the outset, encouraged to say this by Deborah Green. There's a lot of news out there, big news. I'm going to get to it. But I'm really feeling in a Christmas spirit, and so I just want to tell you all that I may not get to some of the bigger stories. And I don't hold it against me. I'm just not feeling it. I'm feeling Christmas. Longoria, I asked Longoria, what he did this weekend. He talked about putting up his lights and wrapping gifts. That's what I'm feeling right now. That's how I'm feeling. The light putter-upper, the gift wrapper, the gift shopper, that's how I'm feeling. And it's hard to have that feeling in your head and then talk about these heavy news stories. I'll get to them. I have opinions. They're going to be strong, but I'd rather just stay in this spirit of Christmas. So that being said, this past weekend, let me tell you, there is one event in Metro Atlanta. It's in Georgia, and you may be a part of a group, Faith and Freedom. You may be a part of the Democrat Party of Georgia or the GOP of Georgia. You may be a part of the Arthritis Foundation or the Cancer Foundation, whatever it is, whatever group you're a member of. There is probably a holiday party within your group that you feel is the biggest and the best ever. Let me tell you, hands down, the social event of the year is the Mayor's Mask Ball for the UNCF, the UNCF Mayor's Mask Ball. UNCF is the United Negro College Fund. It's set up to raise money for African-American children and other children, white, Hispanic, whatever, to go to college. Primarily HBCUs, but general colleges as well. But just to get kids to go to college, help them go to college. This was the 42nd annual. And the idea came from Billy Aaron, Hank Aaron, the great Hank Aaron's wife. 42 years ago, she came up with this idea to have this mask ball to raise money for the UNCF. And it's been going on for 42 years. Over 2,000 people were at the Signia Hotel downtown by the Benz. They raised millions of dollars, and it's the social event of the year. It's literally a who's who of Atlanta, the metropolitan region, and Georgia. Politicians, senators, congresspeople, mayors, state representatives, state senators, all on the Democrat side. It's business owners. Target was there. Georgia Power was there. Delta was there. All your major corporations that are headquartered here in Georgia, they have tables at this event. It's just a phenomenal event. Anthony Anderson of Blackish was the host. Guess who performed?
Who performed?
En Vogue.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
En Vogue performed, and when they said they were getting ready to come on stage, everybody ran to the stage.
I would run to the front of the stage.
I ran to the stage. Now, I will say they have aged gracefully. The moves are a little slower.
Music's still great.
But the music is still great. And then the after party was at the Benz. Guess who performed there?
Who performed there?
Jeezy.
Okay.
And 2 Chainz.
Nice.
Yes. So it was a great event. I want to tell this story. I bring this up not to brag, and I bring this up not to let people in on this life of Shelley Winter, which is so exciting. I bring this up for a specific reason. As you all know, if you don't know, I'm more conservative than most. I vote Republican most of the time, 99% of the time. I'm on at night, 7 to 9 p.m. You would think that a guy like me wouldn't be welcomed in a space like that because everyone there's a Democrat. If there are 2,000 plus people, pretty much 90% of them are Democrats. And the ones who aren't Democrat will come to me and say, fist bump me and whisper while looking around, keep doing what you're doing, right? Because they don't want anybody to know. But for the most part, it's all Democrats. All the politicians there or who are there are Democrats. And it's fine. I'm friends with these people. I like these people. I don't agree with their politics, but I can hang out with them and we can talk and have a good time. So anyway, a couple days ago, Deborah Green, I think Thursday or Friday, I came across a Facebook post. This Facebook post was former Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms, now gubernatorial candidate for governor, Fani Willis, and Congresswoman, DA, District Attorney Fani Willis, and Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett. And it's a selfie that clearly former Mayor Bottoms is taking, right? It's a loose social event they're at, so they're not dressed up. They're not dressed in gowns and stuff. They're just in regular clothes. But it's a beautiful picture. So I saw this picture. I took the picture, posted it on my page, and I said, this is exactly what I said. Our politics don't align. I'm an American heterosexual man, and these are three fine beep sisters. God bless you all. Merry Christmas. That's all I wrote. Over 100 comments later, you should have heard the things that people were saying. And I really realized two things in this post. First thing I realized is we'll never have a female governor or president in this country, not because of sexism, because of women. Women hate other women. I'm dead serious. It had nothing to do with politics.
100%.
It had nothing to do with race.
Yep.
It had everything to do with I'm jealous of that woman. I'm not going to vote for. I'm telling you guys, forget all the polls. Forget what the political scientists say. We will never have a woman president in this country or a woman governor or anything like that, not because of sexism. Because females hate other females if they think they either look better or smarter than they are.
It is a competition.
It's
Yes.
a competition. It's a competition. Now, the other reason I bring this up, because as I was at this dinner, I was walking around. Let me tell you the comments that I got. First of all, I misidentified Fani Willis, who is in this picture, as Nikema Williams, Congresswoman Nikema Williams. As I'm walking through the dinner, Nikema Williams' husband sees me. He stops me. He says, Nikema, this is Shelley Winter. He thinks you're fine, but he was wrong. It was Fani. And we all laughed. And I said, I apologize. And he says, no apology. You thought my wife was fine. I'm totally okay with that. And so that was the first thing. As I'm walking around, more people came up to me who said, hey, I appreciated your post, highlighting these women are good-looking women, even though your politics don't align. As I'm leaving to head to the after party, I see the beautiful Keisha Lance Bottoms. And the first thing she says to me is, hey, Shelley, I hope you didn't get in trouble with your post. And I said, which one? I'm always in trouble. She said, the picture. I said, no, I said you guys were fine, and I stand by that. And she said, we all laughed and appreciated it. My point here, ladies and gentlemen, is this. I don't care who you vote for. I really don't. I'm here to tell you who I'm voting for, and I hope to convince you that I'm right during elections. That's it. I want to entertain you, have fun, give you my opinion. But if you want to vote for someone differently than I do, that's fine. I'm not going to call you names, and I don't want to be called names for who I vote for. That's the first thing. The second thing is simply this. If your politics or the politics of your neighbor defines that relationship, you are really looking at life entirely the wrong way. Because your neighbor is probably, let's say you're conservative and your neighbor's a Democrat, or vice versa. You're a Democrat and your neighbor's a Republican. Your neighbor's probably going to look out for your home when you travel. Your neighbor's probably going to help walk your dog or cut your grass when needed. If you fall down your steps and can't get up, your neighbor's going to be the first one that runs over there to help you. In many ways, your neighbor is the person who's going to help protect your neighborhood from bad people. There's no reason to define your neighbor through their politics and who they vote for solely. That is the least intelligent thing I've ever heard of. Your neighbor could be a different religion. Would you say, oh, I'm not going to hang out with my neighbor because he's Jewish and I'm Christian? Or I'm an atheist and they're Christian? You wouldn't do that. You'd still hang out with them. You probably just wouldn't talk religion much. And it's the same with the politics of today. Don't let social media, which is totally not the real world, lead you to think that you can't hang out with, spread love, share love with, share food with, share a toast at Christmas time with someone who doesn't vote like you. Because I'm telling you, and the Mayor's Mass Ball is my example. I had the best time Saturday night in a room full of African American, primarily Democrats, who all knew, if they knew me, and 85% of them knew of me or knew me personally, know I'm a Trump-supporting conservative. They all knew it. I still was able to have a toast with people. I still ate with people. I still danced with the single women at the after party, and I still had a great time. That's how the world should be. Because in that night, on Saturday, we weren't Republican, we weren't Democrats. We were just people having a good time raising money for the UNCF. Shelley Winter filling in for Mark Arum. I usually air 7 to 9 p.m. Let's go check traffic with... No traffic. We keep going. Oh, that's right. I forgot. Yeah. It says it right here. I should have. I apologize. So let's keep going. Yeah, let's keep going. So that's what I want to say. I want to start off with that. I'm in a Christmas spirit. We need to understand that our politics should not define us. I'm Shelley Winter. I'm from New York. I live in Georgia. I love the New York Giants. I love the New York Mets. I love women. I love my God. I love going to church. That's all of me before you even get to who I voted for. All of those things define me before you get to who I voted for. Oh, by the way, I happen to be over 6 feet tall. So, I mean, where do you find in all of that you would say, oh, I hate Shelley Winter because he's a Republican? And I would never say to any Democrat, I hate this person because they're a Democrat. It's hard for me to dislike people. I'm especially not going to dislike you because of who you voted for or who you didn't vote for. I think we all really need to grow up. And that's what I learned from going to the Mayor's Mass Ball this weekend. It's also what I learned in posting that picture of Keisha Lance Bottoms, Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, and D.A. Fonnie Willis. Some of the things that were said, oh, they have too much makeup on. I'm like, I don't know what women you date, but every woman I've ever seen in my life puts on makeup when they're going out. There's makeup to be put on. There's lipstick, there's foundation, the eye stuff, whatever it is. Now, some put on more than others, right, Longoria? But you go out with the wife, she's going to put on makeup. Deborah Green, you're going out to a fancy event.
Every day.
You're going to put on makeup. So to say a criticism about a woman is there's too much makeup is the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life. Guys were saying, oh, they're not fine, they're just decent. And I'm like, okay, that's fair, but that's not a criticism. They're decent. Okay, whatever you want to say. Shelley Winter filling in for Mark Arum. We will be right back. 448-720-0750, 1-800-WSB-TALK. Let's go check traffic.
And Shelley watching.